So far, getting 1,000 delta push to the downside. And kind of in the middle of a range, volume range. Just rejecting off the volume point of control at 520. Value area low at 497. Just off the bat, if you guys want to leave the stream in the background, I want to get it up to 10 concurrent so I can give away some eval, but doesn't seem to work out that way. How's it going, Tio? Do 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 do. Okay, time to go grab something to drink. Okay. Cozy. All right. Okay.
on!
Spider says
Come and
tingle.
get me!
Ready. Fight!
Optic blast! Optic blast! Team splice! Optic blast! Team splice! Optic blast! Optic blast! Behold! Optic blast! Optic blast! Optic blast! Optic blast! Optic blast! Optic blast! Team splice! Optic blast! Team splice! Optic blast! Optic blast! Optic Optic blast! Cyclone hit! Behold! Optic blast! Optic blast!
Good.
Optic blast! 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 Team splice! Team splice! Optic blast! Team splice! Your turn! Victory! Charging star!
Hypercharging star! KO! Captain America!
Boom, boom, boom.
Freedom prevails!
Tio, did you hear the rumors about Doomsday?
Thumbs up, soldier!
It's gonna take place just after Endgame and negate all of the crap that happened afterwards. So no Falcon America, Captain America, or any of that stuff. That would be nice. Just start where you left off when things were decent. And then basically treating Captain America as an anchor being or whatever, like him going back and trying to live with Peggy is going to cause an incursion. So having Doomsday or Doctor Doom from another universe try to take him out. That would be cool.
Good work, soldier!
Chris Evans is apparently getting jacked, so
Freedom prevails!
rumor has it he's coming back.
Soldier! Come on! Come and get me!
Ready. Fight!
Optic blast! Optic blast! Deep strike! Optic blast! 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 Team splice! Team splice! Cyclone hit! Behold! Optic blast! Behold! Optic blast! Optic blast! Team splice! Team splice! Behold! Optic blast!
Good.
Victory! Charging star!
No She-Hulk, none of that messaging stuff. That'd be nice, man.
Captain America!
Freedom prevails! Thumbs up, soldier! Come on! Come and get me!
Ready.
Wait a sec.
Optic flash. Optic flash. Optic flash. Optic flash. Optic. Omega strike. Optic flash.
Good.
Behold, optic flash. Optic flash. Gene splice. Optic flash. Optic flash. Optic flash. Optic flash. Gene splice. Gene splice. Optic flash. Optic flash. Gene splice. Gene splice. Gene splice. Optic flash. Behold, optic flash. Behold, optic flash.
Marvelous! Danger!
Omega strike. Shield slash. Shield slash. Shield slash. Shield slash. Shield slash. Final justice. Omega strike.
Danger!
Charging star. Charging star. Charging star. Charging star.
You can't believe it. Oh man.
I leave to destroy the weapon X.
Continue! Choose your alter egos! Wolverine! Ready! Fight! Good!
Omega strike. Omega strike. Omega strike. Omega strike.
Danger!
Tornado claw. Let's go. Tornado claw. Tornado claw. Real claw. Real claw. Real claw.
Danger! Take out! Win!
生きているだけでも幸せに思え。
Continue! Choose your alter egos! Wolverine! Ready! Fight!
Omega strike.
Good!
やったぜおやしただいま参上
Ready. Fight. Marvelous. Wolverine.
Rocky,
Okay.
Rocky.
Let's roll. Thumbs up, soldier.
Ready. Fight.
The stream's frozen. Wait, what? Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's showing. It's showing me moving. It's like 20 seconds behind or whatever. Huh. Oh, you're talking about TOs, yeah. Mine's in my profile or whatever. If you just want to leave that open to support it, that would be cool. If we can get to 10 concurrent, and I can give a free Apex giveaway. Very few on today. Is it the Discord doing that? What? Discord, like, causes that? That's weird. So they're like tree in the forest. If it falls, does it make a sound? They think you're not watching, so they're like, oh, we don't have to give them bandwidth. That's not how it works. It shouldn't work like that. The problem is YouTube's delayed. Were you there earlier when I was talking about Doomsday? There's like a rumor they're gonna start off from where Endgame left off and just delete the last 5 years. You gotta dust it off like a zombie, like how in Wolverine and Deadpool, how he had to bring Logan back. At least he like mocked about how, you know, you're dusting off a skeleton by literally beating guys up with it. He's just endlessly being eaten. I saw you talking about Supergirl yesterday, but I wasn't sure what you're talking about. Who was saying that? The writer? I'm so tired of that narrative. It's like humans were terrible throughout history. Like white people don't get a monopoly on that.
Rookie. Rookie.
Ready. Fight!
It's just like when they had that whole like toxic masculinity push. You remember that in like the 2017s to basically not that long ago. It's like humans are toxic. It's not like men or women. Yeah, and it's like, why do we gotta pay the price for some dude with like a weird shaped dick who, you know, did the casting couch? It's like, you know, what's not my problem? It's like, men, you should do better. Yeah, because there's nothing. It's the cost-benefit analysis of what you get out of saying something like that. See you soon. Beep deep.
Continue. Choose your alter ego. Hoorah.
I'm so glad the Overton window on all that mess has finally shifted back to some normalcy where you can call out the woke nonsense for what it is.
Ready. Fight.
Instead of being like biting your tongue like, I don't want to be called a bigot. Even though you're not. The funny thing is those you know, the postmoderns want to make it like every word is the same as the next, like meaning is relative. It's like, clearly it's not though. Blue is blue and red is red. Damn. Time to bust out Spider-Man. Let's see if Spider-Man can do the trick.
Continue. Choose your alter Spider-Man. Rock.
Come on. Showtime.
Ready. Fight.
Web swing. Web swing. Web ball. Web ball. Showtime.
I'm getting destroyed.
Gamma crush. Web swing. Web swing. Showtime. Web ball. Web swing. Gamma crush.
Gamma charge. Gamma charge.
Got him. Got him. Okay. All right. It's showtime. 13 minutes. Let's do some levels here and go over what was happening yesterday. So we had that gap up, and then we recovered it and kind of like held within just below the range of the open, and then started the day with a little pop-up at London and rejection, hard rejection, recovery of some low of the gap. What percentile of the gap are we talking about here? Let's just go from the top to the gap and then put it into quarters. We came to the first quadrant of the gap and recovered it. And how far do we go to the halfway point, the midpoint of the gap, and have a level there to think about? First, we'll put the swing low down there. Let's just see. Previous swing low down to 24,457, and the high up at 24,646.50. Where was the volume? Let's go to a 2-minute to get it to the accurate point. Had a volume point of control at, from the 15th at 24,262. And yesterday's at 24,537. And we currently hovering around the daily open. Getting some bearish divergence on the quantum level. Let's go see how that's holding up. What's up? How's it going? I waited 2 weeks and then I sent the email today to that mask thing, just kindly asking for a timeline possibility on when they're going to complete that. Reminding them I would like it the first week of October. I did make it in July, so the order that is, so I don't think I'm being unreasonable in asking for that. Yeah, I was just working out previous swing highs and lows and volume points of controls. We got one from yesterday at 24,537, the previous swing low at 456, and another quadrant of, we recovered the first quadrant of the gap. There's another quadrant down at 420. If that low breaks, or even if we sweep the low and go hit the quadrant at 420 and then kind of recover it, that would be a strength signal perhaps. I'd be weary of longing without testing the 50% mark of the gap. Slap a fib on it. London close. Yeah, the London low. London low and London high. Like if it goes and sweeps the London high, then comes back down, you could be seeing fake out, breakout to the downside. And if it sweeps the low and comes back in, you could be seeing a long. It's like I would wait to see what it does at either of those points. Right now it's like in the middle, so diddling in the middle, no bueno. And there's no significant delta yet. It's just a bunch of 50 lots here and there. Create two. Yeah, your eyes get used to it, like knowing like I've drawn things and then you put a fib on the thing you drew and it's like exactly a 786 and you're like, yeah, exactly. It's just like you pattern recognize those, points. The 786 was a big thing on Bitcoin, or the 618. Like, there's a streamer who called it the 6 Juanita. And he talks about, like, he uses this whole story. He's like, there's this girl, Juanita, and she rejected me in high school. And just like her, the 618, 6 Juanita rejects you. It's just like, he's quite funny, actually. Like he's like really into fitness and living in the mountains and stuff. So he streams on a treadmill. But he's quite yeah, he's kind of self-deprecating enough, and like he plays into the crypto, but he doubles down in the crypto bro thing in like a comedic way. Like he takes it in the LMFAO direction. So you can't really hate him because he's not like thinking he's the shit. Or it like updates like 5 out of 8, and you're like, what is the 8 things it's updating? Yeah. What's up, AK? If you guys want to hop into the concurrent and drop a comment on yesterday's video, we can get it to 10 and I can give a Apex away. Let's do it. Oh, yay. What happened with that? Oh, you contested with the card company. I got you. Yeah. With the black screen error, that's messed up. They should have taken the benefit of the doubt. Oh, we're open in 10 seconds. Here we go. Grabbing 300 buy side with that push up. Hitting the value area high. There's definitely something that happens in the first few minutes that is tom chicanery, as they would call it. Tomfoolery, chicanery, yeah. I mixed those two up. We're getting some buyer absorption from a 73 lot at 533. Pulling back into 200 sell side. You got FOMC tomorrow. Is it? Pretty sure it was Thursday. I might be wrong, but oh yeah, it's 3 a.m. So it's like PM today. Gotcha. Getting that buyer absorption on that lot at 533. You had another opportunity after saying that where it went up and rejected. You have yeah, you have that volume imbalance on the 1,000 lot down at 485-ish. Took that circled inflection point at 533. Very minimum drawdown. Only like 20, not even like 8 ticks. I'm still awake. I just got other stuff to do. That sounds weird, but yeah. Breaking the value area low. Nice. Yep, that Yep. And we just hit a bunch of sell side here, so it'd be wise to lock something in. Talk to you later, man. Ooh, hard rejection. This could really rip to the downside now if it accepts the sell lot. Sorry. We just hit the volume imbalance that we were talking about. What does this do? Huh. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wish there was some alternative reality where we didn't do that, you know. And then we somehow like can shift into that so I don't have to be in this hyper microtransactioned. Right. One thing to add to that example is that didn't do that and everyone loves it is Procreate. So there's this app for that's basically the same thing as Illustrator, but you can do vectors and then layers and everything on your iPad, and it was only $10 and you get all the subsequent, you know, upgrades for free and all the brushes and everything. It's just like it totally went against the through you know, I don't know what you would call it, like cold water in the face of Adobe on that one. Yeah, and it was that one-time thing. Wow, we're really getting the sellers in control thus far. We pulled back into 2K in sell-side aggression and a bunch of lots maintaining control. We kind of rejected the yesterday's point of control at 537 too. That was also some confluence I was looking at. Mm-hmm. The London low, the first quadrant of the gap. Second quadrant down at 419.75. The recovery of the wick is a thing for by the way. That was one of the things I learned is like there's a wick and they always go back for it. It's just a matter of when. Yeah. Yeah, we still got some splaining to do Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Wick, you got some recovery to do. And here we go. If you want to leave a comment on oh yes, news in 30. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to leave a comment on yesterday's video, you can get entered for a drawing. I think we'll just do it anyway. So if you want to get a high percentile chance of winning, then leave a comment. Here it comes. It's Canadian news, right? I'm not your buddy, guy. You got some resting orders down at 450 to sweep still. So, yeah. And it's from the Wick area. They've been there from the Wick time. The Wickening. We just grabbed 281 in sell side with that jitter down. Discount on maple syrup for everyone. One, two, three. Oh, yep. Okay, so if you guys want to leave a comment here, this will enter you. So far, there's only 3 comments, so a 1 in 3 chance thus far. I don't think it's gonna matter. Like, if you don't want it, then you don't need to leave a comment. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh. Somebody just hit a 241 sell lot at 49625. 277. Large seller. Now adding, they're at 320. Nice. Yeah, coming back into Valley area low is a thing too. TO, they're gonna require they're gonna have those robots that China has where you gotta knock one out. You gotta give a DNA sample. They're like, can't you just swab my throat? And they're like, no, it has to be this. Yes. Yeah, I don't want to think about that. We could talk about that guy that's but if we come back on this 496 300 lot, 323 lot to be exact, the sellers could pick up some steam. Otherwise, you're getting some seller fatigue / absorption. But somebody putting that much on the sell lot eventually will be right. Yeah, you gotta secure something. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, no one ever regrets paying themselves. It's like, damn it, I paid myself. That's why the 2-pack thing is good, because you pay yourself and then you leave one to see if it runs. You know, it's just like, psychologically you win either way. If it stops the runner, you're still paid. "5 minutes till the hourly close." We're creating a whole shelf of volume, like one giant node in this region, and we're right at the point of control for that, but it's kind of not as defined. This is the underside of the push-up pre-mark, or just before open rejection zone. Ooh. Here we go, sweeping the stuff. Again, the 300 lots at 496. You come down below that, could be seeing some seller step up. That's what I'm saying. Like, the sellers could be stepping up to the plate if it starts rewarding this 300 lot at 496. So far, it's saying no to him. We'll do the Apex giveaway in the next, like, 15 minutes. So if you want to leave a comment on yesterday's video to enter. All right, it's time to get that entry in while the charts are fresh. Straight out of YouTube. I did the radio in Japanese before. I did like a navigator contest, like, because I was promoting a DJ event, and then I met the producer in Tokyo randomly on the streets of Shibuya, and then he was like, "You should come by any time." And so I started going there every week. And then he was like, "You should be a radio jockey thing," and he got me to read a few ads and stuff. So I did it in Japanese, like, 音楽、人に不思議な影響を与えるもんですね. You know, like I would be able to. 悲しい時でも、寂しい時でも、どうしても元気にならない時でも、元気にしてくれるよね. You know, I could just like bust it out. On 77.8 Zip FM. It's weird how tight of a ship the radio stations run, though. They have, like, it's really, you know, like, strange to have that countdown. It's like, in 3, 2, 1, and they just point you, like you don't get a do-over, you know? Oh my. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Who's that gringo on the radio? Us. Hakujin is just white guy. But you say Gai Kokujin, like foreigner, and then like Gaijin is like outsider. So it's rude to call someone Gaijin. If you say Gai Kokujin, it's like you're from a foreign land or whatever, foreigner basically, and then Gaijin's like outsider. Outsider! The Outlander has appeared. There can be only one. Outlander! Outlandish! We just recovered all the imbalances and created one. So yeah, like I was saying, theoretically, you come and get in favor of that 496 300 lot, then the sellers could step up, and they have. And the hourly close has happened. 3K in sell-side aggression thus far. Lovely. My wife just told me my cat threw up. If nothing else, that inflection point, sell lot. Okay, let's see how many people commented. What are your chances? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. 1 in 9 chance. Alright, we're gonna give it a few more minutes and then close it. Do it! We'll do it live! But that's why I don't feel like self-conscious being, viewed or whatever, because I've, when you're in, like, a DJ event and there's, like, 300-400 people watching you, you kind of get, desensitized. And then you're like, what the hell's happening? Because, like, half of them don't even care you're up there. They're just listening to the music, But somehow you're the focal point of attention, It's like this weird happenstance. We just had a 500 lot buyer at 456, 532 to be exact. Somebody thinks it's going up. And we're at the previous swing low area. We're sweeping it though. Again, the next quadrant of the gap at 419.50. I'm Casey Kasem. We hit 4K in sell side thus far. The weird thing about being in Japan is, like, you get all these eyeballs that automatically look at you because you're not Japanese, So it's kind of like you're already a celebrity, kind of, even if you don't want to be. Like, just everyone just automatically looks at you when you walk somewhere. So like going to the food court somewhere, you're just like 80% of everyone's eyes are looking at you, like Children of the Corn or something. Yep. So, you know, it's kind of, you get kind of desensitized in general, just like, what? Take a picture while you're at it, jeez. Right. So that's why I'm like looking forward to that escape room thing, dressing as like a android or whatever and walking around in this library. Like, they're already gonna look at me anyway, so it's like, I actually feel like less like myself, like they're not looking at me, but I just happen to be there, you know? Like, when I was riding a motorcycle, it felt like that, like I could actually blend in for once because I had a helmet on. Somebody flagged it because of the name? That's, I hope, how could they? Like, is it like a, I mean, it's only people here and everyone's fine with it. So someone, no, that can't be possible, is it? I hope not. It's like somebody gets offended by, in here. There's a lot more to be offended by. Well, the theoretical idea of going to test the lows has happened. Now, does it stand? Or do we go to the next quadrant at 419.50? We're kind of bearishly retesting the first quadrant at 479. Again, that 500 lot at 456.50 will tell you if there's going to be some buyer absorption or not. Looking more like they will for a little bit. That player with that many contracts can stand the drawdown for a little bit. They might even add when we get lower. What's up, woke corn dog? Grandma's chicken salad. There was a lot of weird happenstance I had in the first year being in Japan, like where like I was walking down the street within the first week of arriving, and then met this guy, and he was like, I'm going to this bar, you want to come? And then I go with him, and then at the bar some people were like, well, you DJ, we're in this event next week, you want to get on it? And then I get on that. And then it's like you have a photo shoot, and it's like you're going to be in the magazine, and it's like in order to promote this, you got to go to this radio station, and it's like happens to be the biggest one in the area. And it's like wait, what? Like all the stuff was just like kept synchronizing, and then I met the producer in Tokyo, but I didn't go to Tokyo all the time. I just happened to see my friend there, and then we met him on that busy intersection in Shinjuku or whatever. I mixed them up. But one of those busy ones, and I'm like, whoa, and he's like, yeah, I come to the radio every time. And it was just like, everything just lined up within the first 6 months. Materialization, or whatever you want to call it. Manifestation. I don't. I mean, there is some. I have great opportunity, but then the downside was every event was like they ask you to like bring a guarantee, like, oh, we got 10 tickets for you to sell, or you don't come to the next event, like, or you got to pay out of pocket. And like, I was like, wait, what? You know, like in America, they would give you a percentage of what they made and stuff. So it was like they have this thing called like senpai kohai, like senior, junior. And like if you're a junior, you have to like do your time or whatever. So then me and my friend got pissed off and started making our own event. We said, screw your system. And then we made the biggest party in Nagoya or whatever. And then we linked up with all these other foreigners, and then eventually we got to call them to our events and be like, oh, so you can play at our event, but what about us on your event? And then they'd be like, oh, you can get the prime slot. And we're like, yes, that's what I thought. But so it's like you had to like play their own game back at them. So that was, yeah, it had its momentum in the beginning, but then it had its like downside afterwards, and you're like, man, this sucks. It only took you so far. And then Japan has this trend culture where if it's not already trending, they don't like it, or they're afraid to express their own thing about it. So you can't really break through in the music industry unless you've already been accepted. So even if you're good, it doesn't really last. It doesn't have a lasting thing. But it's all good. It got me to like level up the music and do drums and producing and all that stuff. So I moved away from DJing and got into producing. Okay, coming back potentially on that buyer at 456.50, 500 lot. Do they absorb a little bit of this guy? And look to see if he's adding. Yes, already kind of testing the lows. Has yet to test the lows completely for the session, though. Oh, where are we in terms of time? We got 3 minutes, and then we'll do the drawing. Let's see how many people we got. $11. All right, so 1 in 11 chance. Here we go. Last chance, and then we're going to do it. Let's see who the lucky winner is. In 3, 2, 1. Smart Data 4109. for a Apex giveaway. Nice. Booyah. Smart data, who is that? Is that Ilhadi? I think so, right? Oh, nice. You won. Congrats. I'll shoot you a message after. All right, so yeah. We've hit 4K in sell side thus far, so the sellers are so far in control. That big buyer at 456.50 is the only eyebrow raising contestant of the buyer department. R26. Yeah. It's okay. It's all good. Some people have won more than once. That's the luck of the draw, man. It's good to be humble, but accept your wins when you win them, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nobody got time for that. What was that meme where that guy was talking about a white girl running into the arms of a black man or whatever? Where he's like they made like a compilation about it, but it was about some girl that was like being kidnapped and then she ran to some stranger. He's like, something's wrong. Oh man, let me see if I can find that. It was hilarious. It's weird that people spend that much time making those compilations. Meme about running. It was the Charles Ramsey interview. Yeah, the dead giveaway. That's it. The dead giveaway guy. Every day. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Every day. That's a throwback 12 years ago. This dude every day, every day. that, that was classic. Back before all the internet became so polarized. We eat ribs with this dude. and we ain't got a clue. My neighbor's got big testicles because we see this dude every day, every day. You ever see that, Z-Bite? First time for the dead giveaway? Oh man, that was classic internet right there. That's throwback material. Yes, it's awesome to watch over and over again. We ribs with this dude, and he ain't have a clue. It was before, like, you know, TikTok or any of that stuff. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. And the way he just straight up says, like, you knew something's wrong when the girl farts right into a black man's arms or whatever. That was the one where the guy was like, he was like, he kidnapped his daughter's friends or some stuff. It was so messed up. I think the actual, like, case was really, really dark. He had like 4 girls in like a dungeon or something. Well, they definitely have more big cats in captivity there than are in the wild. There's more cats in Texas, like tigers in Texas, than the whole world. Just people have just random exotic animals because they can. There's America. Yeah, we kind of retested that 500 lot at 456.50 and it held. Thus far. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Have a good one to you. Big giveaway. Had some buyer hit at 472 and promptly rejected them off the value area low. We'll just stay till the 30-minute candle and then we'll be out of your hair. Stew. Chicken pot pie. Okay, coming back to that inflection point, 500 lot at 456.50. Do we get some acceleration? R26, you should see the original to see how that guy kind of made it into a song from that. And you're like, wow. Okay, so theoretically, we could go back to that second quadrant gap fill zone at 419.75 if this slow breaks. You have the 500 lots absorption idea to hold the line for the buyer absorption idea to be true. So if it breaks this guy, you could be seeing a little bit more push to the sell side. How's ES doing? ES still has yet to test the lows. It's been holding all of the pre-market lows thus far. So you have some lows to test at 6660 and the low for the day down at 6654 ish. So if ES starts breaking these lows, then NQ is going to be doing it alongside, doing it and doing it and doing it well. Yeah, you got a 200 lot down there at 6654, but nothing really resting. And the 200 lots recent, so there's not really static orders except 6650 down there, but boom, 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 boom. Oh, did you see that they're gonna have a new Mario movie? Super Mario Galaxy. It's just a 1 minute like teaser of him sleeping under a tree and then a pan out of the castle. They made bank with that Universal attraction. If you come to Japan, go to Universal Studios Japan and go to the Super Mario World. It's freaking awesome. I have the Kinopio costume, and they have these little wrist bracelets that you can go collect coins. It's literally like going in the game. And they have all these like AR kind of things where you have to go get these coins and get the key and go to the boss, and like you can go to these, it's basically like being in a level. It's pretty cool. If you have kids, it's fun with your kids too, of course. And you have to get a time. So if you do go, get the what do you call it? Like like you have to register on the app to want to go there, and they give you a time. And if you don't go there early in the morning, you can't go. It's kind of weird like that. But the Halloween is the most awesome thing. That's where I got my idea for the escape room, because they had a Resident Evil escape room, and that's where I was like, oh, this is cool as shit. Because they had like, different puzzles to solve and stuff, and zombies are attacking you and whatnot. And I managed to, did I tell this story? How I got to the level 2 of that? Okay, so basically I had done it when my wife was pregnant with my daughter like 10 years ago. So I knew that there was a code you needed at some point in the whole on ordeal where the star members like escorting you through this like police station where the zombies are attacking you and popping out of ceilings and stuff, and you have you have to pay attention basically. I knew you had to pay attention. So anyway, there was like a security camera on an old TV that's playing like footage of somebody getting mauled in another room in the police station. And on the wall where he's getting mauled had these numbers like painted in something, red blood or something, I don't know. But either way, I remembered the digits that I'm watching on the TV. Meanwhile, there's zombies attacking us while the star member's shooting them theatrically. And everyone else is paying attention to that while I'm looking at the TV. And then we go to the next room after he clears the zombies, and then that is the room where the TV was recording, and the person who is being mauled is dead, and their blood is all over the wall blocking the numbers. But I remembered the numbers I saw on the TV. And then basically the other two digits are visible that you couldn't see on the TV, and the stars members like, did anyone see the numbers? They're not legible. And I was like, aha. And then when we went to this other room, there was this briefcase that we had to get the vaccine from in order to proceed, because the alarm was gonna like basically burn everyone in the room because we were infected. And so he's like, does anyone know the code? And I'm like, I do. And then I enter it in with this digital thing. And it's like, beep, beep, beep. And it unlocks. And everyone's like, Sige. They're like, wow, awesome. How'd you know? And then they give us the like injection. And then he gives us all these guns. And then we go into this next room and fight this boss on this like movie screen. And I was like, God damn, that's awesome. And then we get in this train car. And then the like, what that zombie with the big tongue or whatever is like, it's all movie screens around the train car. Yeah, Nemesis. And then Nemesis is like attacking the train car, and the train car is shaking and everything. And there was like a joystick in the front of the car, but I was afraid to just randomly press something. I don't know why I thought I couldn't, but when he went in front of the train car, I was like, oh, this is probably a missile. I could shoot at it, but I didn't push it. And then he attacks the front of the train, and then it's like, you are dead. And then that's where we ended. But I'm sure there was like level 3, level 4, stuff like that, but it was all in person. But it was pretty cool. Yeah. I would say going to Universal Studios Japan during a weekday where there's nothing going on is best. I wouldn't go on a Saturday at all, never. The only days I went was like a Wednesday, because it's like you don't want to wait in line. And then if you have the funds to get like the fast pass group thing or whatever, then that might be better than waiting an hour and a half for like the Mario Kart thing, for example. But even when you wait in line for the Mario Kart, if you have the bracelets, you can get coins and Yoshi's eggs and stuff. So it's not too bad. Like there's like Easter eggs that you get on the app for Mario Land to get coins and all these like milestones within the world. And the Harry Potter thing's pretty cool too. Like if you get the wand, I actually made a wand with a retro reflective lens that works there. So I have my own wand. I'll show you a picture. Hold up. Or actually I can just hold it in front of the camera, but also take a picture. Give me a sec. Okay, so let's see. Let me see if this is okay. So this was my last year's Halloween party thing. I did like a magic workshop, and they all made like, what do you call it? Wands, and I used hot glue with some driftwood and then painted it. But if you see on the front here, there's this little bead. I got these little glass beads that I glued to it, and the glass beads like do the whole Harry Potter wand thing. Rather than spend the 5,000 yen, I just made one. My daughter bought Hermione's one, but I just wanted to know how the technology worked, and then I made my own. It didn't work the first time, and I was like, okay, my bead diameter was not the right size, but me being anal retentive, I had to get the right size. And yeah, I just wanted to be able to say I beat their system and have my own wand that works at Universal. Because they have this like cool thing where you can do the Harry Potter spells there and do like Wingardium Leviosa, and then it will like lift some stuff or whatever. But yeah, let me take it. I made one for my son too, because it's like, who wants to spend the $50 for a wand for everyone? My wife is like, don't use your own. I'm like, it's cool. I think the staff would be like, that's awesome. Because mine looks better than theirs does. I have like glitter and everything. And it's like, yeah, I went all out. Hold up. Let me just take a good picture of it from back here. Yeah, last year was more magic, so this year's like science fiction is my where my mind's going. I did the magic. Yeah, I put like a quartz on the end of it for like a counterweight so it stays in your hand, like the center of gravity is like wanting to stay in your hand. Yeah, when I do low calorie, it's like my same to you. And that is where we will leave the stream. Ladies and gents, stay positive, stay blessed, stay frugal, and we'll